Okay, guys, so we have to talk a bit about this new game called Mixtape. Now, we cannot put any actual gameplay audio because of the copyright. We don't have to because we have to talk about the fact that it is now so freaking obvious how the press is literally completely bought. Like, it is just not even close. So, this game received a 10 from IGN. A 10, right? That's insane. And remember, Crimson Desert received a 6 from IGN. That is crazy. The game is just about 3 hours long, by the way. The game also plays by itself. So literally all you do is just drive around, walk around, run around. You don't even have to do anything, basically.
All you hear is her bending.
Like this guy is playing here, and of course he is playing without the music, and he's saying it's pretty cringe. But if you play with the music and everything, like there's lots of sections in this game where you literally don't have to do anything. Like it doesn't matter if you play it or don't play it, the game pretty much plays by itself. You don't have to do literally anything. So the game transitions from a scene to another scene, and then that's pretty much it. 3 hours long and done, right? I mean, yeah, it has nice music and whatever. The music is great. That's absolutely fine. But the problem is, after that, what do we have? Well, basically nothing. Like literally nothing else. And that's a big problem there, right? That's a huge problem. If we go back here, actually more stuff here which is quite interesting. There was one person here who put a tweet here on the mixtape, which I think it was here somewhere if I try to find it. Let me see if I can find it. This guy, right? So this guy did the same thing. So he was basically trying to demonstrate that you can play the whole game without actually playing the game, right? So as the press, right? As the press which they say they're experts in video games and they know their stuff, can someone please explain to me how the hell we got a 10 out of 10 on a video game that is not even a video game, it's an interactive movie, right? It's an interactive slideshow, basically, right? And it was a 10 out of 10 for a 3-hour game, right? It just does not make any sense. Yes, you can give it maybe an 8 or a 9 or whatever you want, but a 10 out of 10, it is just crazy. And that's the best part. This game plays itself. So this is the perfect journalist difficulty game because the game doesn't need difficulty because you don't even play the game. You just literally sit back, don't do anything. Like again, all these scenes, you don't have to do literally anything. The game, you cannot fail in this game. So you cannot fail if you literally, like it's on rails. So it's a fake feeling of actually playing the game, stirring your trolley cart or whatever you want around the street, but actually that's not what's happening. It's literally a set piece where you just follow through and it will not fail 100%. So yeah, it's just crazy, man. It is crazy that this is even happening. And my question is here for, of course, for IGN, is like, what is going on with these people? Like, this is just beyond crazy. The game follows 3 teens on their last night in high school in 1990s California and also has a weird scene involving minors. Most ex-users accuse IGN of bias, obviously, due to the game's diverse cast and representation, calling it review inflation compared to lower scores on other titles. Well, of course, because if the game has representation and diverse cast of characters, if you have characters in the game which are gay or whatever, you automatically gain brownie points for the press. If you don't have them, then they feel like the press pretty much feels offended and they feel like this is unacceptable. 21st century must have diversity, and then they basically reduce the score of these games. They don't outright say it, but that's what's happening. I mean, even in The Gamer, I remember Black Myth Wukong, I believe, which was reviewed by The Gamer a few years back. They actually downgraded the score of the game because it lacked diversity. That's right. They even said that in the actual review. And that was just a few years ago. Gamers who play it called it a completely garbage game. Personally, I won't spend a single minute of my life on this shit. Again, you don't have to do it. It's absolutely down to you. But the problem is here is that I think we are reaching a point of just madness at this point, to be honest. Yeah. If Crimson Desert is a 6, that game has to be a 2, and that's true. I mean, this is 100% what's happening here. And again, if you like, there's an audience for this sort of game, that's absolutely fine. I'm not arguing against the actual game. I'm arguing here about the actual press. The press is literally lying to you. They cannot be trusted. They physically cannot be trusted when they give a game like this, which doesn't even have proper gameplay mechanics, and they haven't even criticized it about it. Like, they just completely ignored the fact that this game doesn't have actual gameplay. Literally just ignored the fact and gave it a 10 out of 10. And that just is, from my point of view, crazy. We have some more information on this, which is also even crazier. So it is confirmed Mixtape is a Nepo-backed AstroTurfed game. It is developed by a small Australian studio, Beethoven and Dinosaur, and funded by Annapurna Interactive, headed by Megan Ellison. Yes, that Ellison family, where her father, Larry Ellison, who is one of the most connected to Israel elites, donated over 16 million in 2017 alone. Larry's son, David, Skylines Paramount, secured nearly 24 billion in equity investment from Saudi Public Investment Fund, plus others from Qatar. That means that Annapurna Interactive, with family ties to the Ellison wealth, has incredibly deep pockets that most indies could not only dream of. This is why they're being able to secure expensive music licenses, massive marketing, and a multi-platform launch. No evidence that Israel or the Middle East money touched the game, but the money is in the family and family talk, right? Critics are eating up like this slop like near a universal 9 out of 10 or 10 ratings, while the players are pretty much skipping it. Annapurna Interactive markets itself as a prestige publisher, which aligns with the high-class artsy vibe that critics love, but the audience doesn't care for it, right? I mean, if you go to SteamDB, by the way, and we just checked this one out actually, we can see here that this game, if we go Mixtape right now, Mixtape, we have about 1,200 people, which is absolutely fine, as you can see here. But again, this game does not deserve a 10 out of 10. It is just literally music on rails. That's it. It's music on rails. But because it has LGBTQ plus elements, that's when, of course, they get good score. So do you see the hypocrisy? The hypocrisy of the press and why they cannot be trusted anymore. If you give a game a game which doesn't even have gameplay a 10 out of 10, my honest question here is, what the hell are we doing? That's my honest question. What the hell are we doing in this space? If you're going to give a perfect score to a game which doesn't even have actual proper decent gameplay elements into it, like nothing at all, just moving up or down, left and right, and pressing a button, and that's it, and pressing X occasionally or Y occasionally, like it's like a movie. It's almost like, I think you interact more with the controller when you watch Netflix movies than this, honestly, right? Which is crazy. So yeah, that's it guys for today's video on this one. Honestly, I cannot believe my eyes that this game actually got a 10 out of 10 from IGN. And that just shows quite heavily that, yeah, they are completely bought. They are hypocrites as well, and they just cannot be trusted. I'm just very sorry. Yes, the game may be good, but a 10 out of 10, it is just pure, raw insanity. Nonetheless, guys, that's it for today's video. As always, I shall see you later in the next one. Bye.